So I'm living my best life. And then somebody, I ain't gonna say no names, but I also might call him my baby daddy, decided when he got out the military after doing 20 plus years that retirement, disability, and school money wasn't enough for him. So he had to hit his baby mama for child support. And so I was like,
what's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video. We got something pretty good, man. We got Miss B Nasty, right? We got Miss B Nasty, man. Of course, in the latest news, because she is having to cough up some child support. And she decided to make a video explaining why she has to pay some child support and pretty much throwing her baby father up under the bus. Now, Of course, we're always going to see this because, of course, who wants to be paying child support? Who wants to pay to go ahead and take care of a child that came from their body? Who wants to sit over here and pay for a child they want to take care of anyway, right? Now she's going to cry, complain about it, and guess what? Hey, we can all. I think all of us as men can sympathize with this sister for what she's complaining about. Now, my biggest question is, why didn't you ever complain about this beforehand? Right? Now, I'm not talking about your particular situation, but I'm talking about how messed up the system is when it comes down to child support. Well, why should I have to give somebody else my hard-earned money, knowing dang well all of this money is not going to go to that child? And all I can say is, man, listen, most of you men are saying the exact same thing, but you know what? She should ask a man. She's talked to a bunch of men, especially in the red pill. Hey, how do you feel about having to pay child support? How do you feel about having to pay for a child that you want to take care of anyway, knowing that money ain't going to go to the child? How would you feel? And I'm pretty sure most of your men will tell you how they really would. But of course, women do not care. Women do not care about this stuff because, number one, they already get the power of being able to take advantage of men in the court. But also, man, women don't care because guess what? It does not affect them. They do not care until it does affect them. Well, then once it affects them, then they're okay. Hold on, time out. Why should I have to be paying all of this money? Why should I have to be doing this? Why should I have to be doing that? And the men ask the same questions every single time. Let's look at the video.
so I'm living my best life. And then somebody, I ain't gonna say no names, but I also might call him my baby daddy, decided when he got out the military after doing 20 plus years that retirement, disability, and school money wasn't enough for him. So he had to hit his baby mama for child support. And so I was like,
and y'all see how she is saying that, hey, well, guess what? All of it, that military check, all of that money that he is getting, all of that government assistance that he is getting, it still ain't good enough. So he has to hit me. And guess what? A lot of you women have food stamps, a lot of government assistance. And guess what? That still ain't good enough for them. So guess what they're going to hit the man for? Child support. And if they divorce you, alimony. She is seeing how most of your men are feeling. She is seeing how most of your men are feeling that are on child support right now. But once again, I just asked, why were you not saying anything about this beforehand? Why weren't you coming up with this logical sense beforehand?
dang, baby daddy, I'm not doing enough. Do you need more help? What do I need to help with? Do I need to help with your mortgage? Do I need to pay a bill? Do I need to take over a tuition? What do I need to do more of? And he like, I don't know. And I'm like, what the fuck you mean you don't know? You went in there and told them people you needed help. What you need help with? And he like, I don't know. I don't need help. I'm a grown man. I don't need no help. That's what he was saying. So I'm like, dang. So what you need child support for? I'm confused. So anyways, he still takes me. They look at my finances and they was like, oh my gosh, you make a lot of money. So we want you to pay $5,000 a month for your one child. That baby don't even got $5K of expenses. That baby can't even spend $5K in one day if we let him. He don't even know what $5K is. You want me to give it to who? That man? Or what? Oh, just because you make that much.
And you saw how upset she was, where she was saying that, hey, or she asked him, well, what do you need all of this money for? Why are you doing this, right? And he said, man, look, I don't know why. Right? I don't need your money. I'm a strong, independent man. Right? I'm a man. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody's money. But yeah, here he is taking your money. Once again, you see how men feel when sisters sit up here and women say, hey, I don't need a man. We can survive without men. We don't need men. We don't need men, right? We don't need men this. We don't need men for that. But yet the first thing they attack a man for is his money. The first thing they will attack a man when it comes down to attacking a man, the first thing they attack is the money. When they sit up here and say, hey, well, you know what? I'm independent. I'm strong. I don't need no man. But then they'll take you to court. They're getting alimony. They're getting all of this money. And then guess what? What are they saying? Hey, well, I know I'm independent. I don't need no money. But hey, guess what? All my time, all the stuff that I spent doing with you, guess what? I'm deserving of something, right? Just hypocritical. But once again, I just ask, why were you not feeling this way before? And as she also says, right, hey, well, you know, they're over here making me pay $5,000 for one child. Well, the child can't even freaking spend $5,000 in one day. Hey, guess what? But the man can, right? But guess what? The man can. And my whole point of this video is the fact that, once again, I've always said this since I started this channel. Women do not understand what men go through until they have to be in the men's shoes. And it's sad. It's sad because they have to learn the hard way. And here's the thing. You don't complain until it happens to you. How about you complain about it beforehand so they can go ahead and so they can go ahead and change the system so we can even the playing grounds, right? Because guess what? When there's part of that percentage where the woman has to pay up, it's like, man, it's the end of the world. Oh my gosh, the system is messed up. This, that. You knew this beforehand, but hey, guess what, right? Guess what? If it was working for you, you wouldn't have said anything. And it's sad, right? It's sad because there's probably a woman who's calling this man bum and calling this man a bum, just like how they call Wendy Williams' ex-husband a bum when she had to dish out some money to him, right? And that, like I said, it was just so hypocritical. It was so hypocritical because you see so many men call for money, and every single time you will not ever hear a woman say, hey, well, guess what? You know, she's broke, she's bummed, she's this, she's that. You will never hear that. You will never, ever, 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 ever hear that. Women will always come up with excuses. She deserves it. She deserves it. She deserves that money. She deserves that money. He was this, he was that. They will come up with some conspiracy. And guess what? There are so many sisters that will follow right behind that. Facts. Oh, yeah, facts. I'll definitely believe that. It's just ridiculous. Right? It's just ridiculous. And of course, it's sad too, because she also brought up that, hey, like, once again, $5,000. I got to give up all of this money, knowing that a lot of this money ain't even going to go to the child. Hey, guess what? Men know this too. Once again, men know this too. And guess what? We've been talking about this for the longest. And you're having to give up all that money because, hey, guess what? How much money you make? Of course, once again, that's the same thing men have to go through. And I'm always going to relate it back to men because this is what men been talking about for the longest. This is what men been talking about for the longest. And like I said, the only time women really care is when they are affected by it. And her kid, that child's going to need some therapy. Like somebody said, that child's going to need some therapy because those other kids are going to see those videos. And the sad thing about it, they have a whole live page. I've seen it, but there's a whole page on Google where you can click on it of Miss B Nasty, and they got 59 pages on that one site of just Miss B Nasty. I mean, just imagine every single day a kid coming over here showing your son that you're going to have to homeschool that little boy, right? So yeah, most definitely give that child to the man. Please give that child to the man, because guess what? Hey, and that child need not ever say, man, who my mama is. I don't know who my mama is, y'all. Oh, Javaris, you don't have no mother? Nope, I don't have no mother. It could be Michelle Obama for all I know. That's how he would have to move. And a lot of judges need to look at this stuff. Need to look at a lot of these women who are trying to get over on men. They need to look at their profession. A lot of these women do not need to be in custody of these children when they're sitting over here, man, constantly putting their body out on all over the internet and being okay with posting their child on the internet as well, knowing what they do because you're neglecting the child. You're saying, hey, man, I don't care, man, what my child is going to have to go through. I don't care that my child is going to be seeing this stuff. And so many women will sit over here. Well, you do understand this is how bills get paid. You do want, well, mama, you can do something else. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this degrading stuff because all you're doing is messing me up. Oh, no, I'm not. You need to stop worrying about everybody else. And once again, this is where you do not care about the child's health. You do not care about the child's mental. But hey, what do I know? Do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, and subscribe to the channel.